Alright, it's been a little while since I made any recordings for this channel, but here we are at Lake Lenape Campground in Mays Landing, New Jersey. Got the Jeep, obviously, and the rooftop tent, actually for its first time in actual camping duty. Did another smaller camping trip where we really just used the utility trailer portion of it to haul gear. But this is the first time we're actually using it as a tent, and the we is my dad and I. So let me take you for a quick little tour. In the front section here, got a bunch of firewood loaded underneath this nice heavy duty cover that I had made. Keeps everything nice and dry. The front section here, got a deep cycle battery that is wired up to power cell phones, as well as auxiliary lighting for nighttime if you need it. Those rigid lights definitely kick out a lot of lumens. Got little green covers on them that just kind of make it a little less harsh to your eyes at night, but they pop off. Tailgate got a little bench cushion so you can use it as a seat. Cargo area right now is pretty empty other than the little Yamaha generator, firewood, and the cooler, but you can haul a decent amount of stuff in this cargo area, and it's all weather protected by that sweet little cover. The tent, I got the rain fly partially pulled off because today was starting to get pretty warm. So we wanted to try to open up one of these skylights, but it's kind of a pain in the butt to pull the whole rain cover on and off unless you have a ladder with you. So if I just flip this one section off and leave the apex straps connected, you can see the shadow of them there. Then all I have to do is open that one skylight and reach around and pull the rain cover back down. It's pretty straightforward. But got two low profile air mattresses in here. These are Alps Engineering, probably about 5 inches thick, really firm, really solid mattresses, held their air great overnight. One of the things with these rooftop tents, at least with the Smittybilt, is there's not a ton of overhead clearance. So if you have a mattress that is, you know, a foot high or something like that, your face is pretty much against the roof in here. So finding a low profile mattress that's actually halfway decent was a bit of a challenge, but yeah, these guys, you can get them on Amazon and a couple other different vendors, and it's definitely a nice little mattress. You could probably do without. I mean, you've got the 2-inch foam pad, but my dad's a little bit bigger than me. I'm like 5'7", 125, so I'm like a little stick figure. But he's right about 6 foot, and I think 250, 240, something like that. So he'll press through this foam pretty easily, and would not be a good night's sleep for him. But the mattresses worked out great. He's got a sleeping bag on his side, I got one on mine. You know, one of the things we do a little bit different is in most tent camping, we would keep all our gear in the tent itself, and there's not as much room in these rooftop tents. So, you know, I'm keeping, like, you know, all my clothes and other stuff like that I don't actually need in the tent. It's staying here in the back of the Jeep, and he's doing the same with his truck. He's up at the bathhouse getting a shower right now. But anyway, this is our little setup. Again, this is Lake Lenape Campground in Atlantic County, New Jersey. That's the lake in the distance there, through the trees. Nice little campgrounds. I mean, we've kind of learned a little trick when camping. If you want to avoid the crowds, arrive on a Sunday and depart on a Friday. All of the crazies come in with their, you know, cases of beer Friday night, and they get sloshed and make a lot of noise Friday night, Saturday night, and then they leave Sunday morning to go back to their house so they can go to work on Monday. So by us doing it during the week like this, we pretty much get the place to ourselves. And there's one other camper who's actually right next to us, but they're the only other people in this whole entire campground this week, thus far anyway. And they're very nice. You know, they're kind of doing the same thing we are, so they're not really causing any problems. This site, number 7, has this really great water access. This little trail is actually a public trail. It's not part of the campsite, but you go past these little split rail fence and down this little walkway. And this one isn't too steep. A lot of the walkways from the other campsites, it's like a cliff that goes down to the water. It's not something you'd want to walk up and down carrying gear, fishing gear, or whatever. But yeah, look at this, man. We've got like our own little private beach here, basically, right at the end of our campsite. Got my kayak over here, our little 12-foot boat with the 9.9 Mercury on the back. You can run, I don't think this lake is actually horsepower limited, but you do have to get a permit, which is that little neon green decal you see on the side of the gunnel there. I don't remember what the price was. It was pretty nominal, but a decent sized little lake. Right now, I don't know if you can tell, but the water is about 2 feet shorter than it normally would be. They're doing some kind of work way up at the front there where there's a dam, so they had to lower the water level so they could access whatever they have to access. So we have, even with this little 12-footer, come on the on the bad side of a couple submerged stumps and things like that when you head up toward the north end of the lake, which is up that way. The water gets pretty shallow pretty quick, and I think if it was at its normal level, it wouldn't be an issue at all. But yeah, we did bang bottom a few times, so you definitely have to watch it when they're doing stuff like that. But hey, other than that, the weather's been outstanding. A little bit of a breeze the other day, but it was nice and refreshing, not like annoying or anything like that. Just really lucky. The last few camping trips we had were kind of rained out, and we ended up leaving early, but it looks like this one we're going to be able to stay the whole week, so we're keeping fingers crossed. Alright, well, that's it from Lake Lenape.